Dave, I suppose a few things have happened this week, but first thing we'll talk about tomorrow's game, win at Weymouth. What are you expecting?
As with any game that you have in this league, we expect it to be tough, but we go there full of confidence. We go there looking to carry on the form we've been in. We go there looking to win. Been a really good week for us in terms of training, in terms of the quality we've got. We look like a group that want to go there and want to win, and hopefully that'll be the case.
It seems like a lifetime ago since we last played. You know, as the squad's been training well, but how's it been with this big gap in between two games? 4 wins in a row. Did it almost seem like we had to stop, but we were in such good momentum in a way?
As with everything you take out of it, what you need to take out of it, you can look at it in a negative way if you want, or you can be positive. We had the game called off at Halifax. We had a game arranged in Sunderland for the following day, which gave players that hadn't been involved an opportunity to play. Really competitive game. We then had the luxury where we gave the players 4 days off, so they were off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, with a week building to this game. And when you give, I suppose, days off, even though we set the work away from here, you think it may take a couple of days to get back into it, but in fairness, and I've said this to them, I never have to doubt their application and attitude in terms of what they give us training wise every day. But the quality's been really, really good. With the best week we've had training, everybody involved. Look aside, that's a group of players that are full of confidence, and hopefully they go and show that tomorrow. That's our next opportunity to play. Like I said, we're looking to carry on the run we've had and make it 5 wins on the spin.
I suppose the biggest news from this week, just as we got here, we heard the National League North and South being called off. There's been lots of discussions throughout the week. Yesterday the club announced their position. You know, where do you stand with all this?
Yeah, listen, I think the club's said where they're at. I've been straight up right from the start in terms of my thoughts on it. There's always going to be self-interest, that's natural, and I'll challenge this to any club. If the sides that are in the top 5 at the top of the division were in the bottom of the division, they'd have different outlook on it. If we weren't sat second in the table and we were sat second from bottom, then we'd be cancel the season, suspend the season, cancel the season, get it over with as quickly as possible, null and void, whatever. You'd look to protect yourselves. I suppose the difficulty within that is a lot of the teams that are, or people that are raising their heads up the parapet a little bit, have been ones that 6 months ago were pushing for elite status and we're pushing for playoffs to happen, and we're not in a massively different situation than we were then. Hopefully, like I say, over the next days, week, whatever it might be, there'll be a compromise met that means that we can carry on. We're in a really, really fortunate position. Some would say we're in a, and have said we're in a bit of or someone in a fearful position in the fact that we're coming into work and we're putting people at risk. You are if you don't do things properly, but we are in a very fortunate position that we're a very, very small group that can get on with their lives a little bit like normality, and to be able to train and carry on and play games is great for us, but I also recognise it brings something for people that may be in less fortunate situations than ourselves, something to hang on to at the end of the week. So as best as we can, we know how important it is for us to do things properly and make sure we stick to the rules, which we will do. But we want to try and I suppose from our perspective, we want to try and keep winning. We know what sort of happiness and joy that brings to our supporters, some of whom, like I say, are in at times maybe dark places, and them being able to watch us perform, and certainly in the run we're in, watch us win, can bring them something to I suppose be thankful about.
Yeah, let's just take a step this way for us, Dave. Thank you. I suppose the only thing we can concentrate really is what goes on the pitch, and talk me through a little bit that Sunderland friendly, and you know where the squad is at the moment in terms of injuries and who has travelled, who hasn't travelled, or is there any fresh injuries that fans should know about?
No, listen, we're in a very fortunate position in terms of the fact we can crack on with our job, but from a management perspective, very fortunate position that we've got a squad where everybody's not fully fit, but everybody's fit and everybody's training and everyone's been involved in training all week, which makes it difficult in terms of keeping people happy. But I think, listen, we have an honest group that recognise that players that have been in the squad recently have done really well, and in most instances the squad really picks itself and the team picks itself. Granted, there's had to be changes with Tyler going out and other things, but we're in a really good place. Training's been really good. We arranged obviously the game against Sunderland, which was really useful for players who hadn't had so many minutes. We'll potentially look to do the similar thing next week. Certainly for Lids to be able to get him to move him on for 45 minutes to get him 90 minutes hopefully, we'll move him back to even closer to the squad, and obviously the other lads who haven't travelled today, it keeps them involved in what we're doing and gives them an opportunity to show what they can do and show that they're doing everything they can to make sure that when an opportunity comes they want to grab it.
Dave, thanks very much.
Thank you.